I know you saw the title and thumbnail, and yes, I do in fact want to speculate about future editions at Epic. 6 days from the opening. First off, let's get the obvious and honestly a little bit boring stuff out of the way before we dive into the fun stuff. Over the next year, Epic Universe is going to be all about tightening up operations. You've got to remember, these ride operators have only really been running these rides for about 6 months, so there's a learning curve in play. Along with that, rides like Ministry of Magic and Donkey Kong are guaranteed to be maintenance nightmares early on, given how complex and cutting edge they are and that we've never seen ride systems like them, so there's no precedent there. Universal will likely spend much of the first year ironing out the bugs, fine-tuning the ride systems, and making sure they run smoother and more efficient. Looking at around the second year of operation, you can expect Epic Universe to start ramping up on seasonal events and entertainment offerings. Dark Universe is already built in, which is a guarantee that they'll do something for Halloween. I mean, come on, it's Dark Universe. Not doing a Halloween-themed event in that land would be a crime, whether it's a scaled-down version of Halloween Horror Nights or an all-new, unique event. And I'm sure Christmas will likely get the same treatment it does in the other Universal parks, with festive overlays and themed shows throughout Celestial Park and beyond. On top of that, expect more pop-up entertainment, roaming characters, and maybe even the debut of another nighttime spectacular to draw guests back to the park. Alright, it's finally time for some of the fun stuff. Expansions. Universal loves them, and so do we. And Epic Universe was designed from day one with plenty of room to grow. One of the rumors floating around is that Pokemon is coming to Epic. And while yeah, Pokemon is almost certainly coming to Universal at some point, I don't think it's coming to Epic. More likely it ends up replacing Simpsons over at Studios. That makes more sense logistically, plus Pokemon would be a perfect fit for that park's more family-friendly vibe. Aside from some light Pokemon speculation, although I haven't seen too much of that, we're still pretty far out from any official expansion, because the park hasn't even opened yet, and it's tough to predict exactly what properties would end up at Epic. But if I had to throw out a few bold guesses, I'd say Star Trek and The Lord of the Rings could potentially come to Epic. Yeah, they're both non-Universal properties, and Universal has been making a push to put more Universal properties inside the parks. But I think they've got enough global popularity and enough die-hard fans that Universal would be willing to strike a deal and build a full land around those properties. Plus, with Epic designed as a portal-style park, it's a perfect setup to drop in entire lands without disrupting the rest of the park. Along with that, Dark Universe definitely has potential for expansion as they have so many creatures that are still untapped, and Universal is sitting on a goldmine of creepy material they could easily turn into more rides, shows, and attractions. And since we're speculating, might as well include Zelda in on this conversation. There were long-standing rumors of Zelda replacing the Lost Continent at Islands of Adventure. However, that looks less and less likely by the day for a variety of different reasons. Zelda's not popular enough for its own separate land. However, if Universal still wants to bring Hyrule to life, Epic Universe could be a perfect place to put a, highly detailed mini-land into one of those expansion plots. With the portal system, they could easily create an immersive Zelda world that feels completely separate from the rest of the park. They would not have left that much real estate open if they didn't have ambitious plans in their future. Whether it's Monsters, Star Trek, Lord of the Rings, or Zelda, there's no doubt Universal is thinking long-term with Epic. The real question is just how big they're willing to go. By the time we're seriously talking about expansions, Epic Universe will probably be open for around 3 to 5 years. At that point, I wouldn't be surprised if Epic is fully integrated into Universal's resort-wide ticket packages, alongside islands and of course studios. And since park hopping is so popular at Universal, there's definitely potential for some kind of dedicated park-to-park transit system that makes the experience far more seamless. I'm not sure exactly what it would be. Maybe something like the Hogwarts Express, but on a grander, more futuristic scale. Whatever it is, Universal will definitely be looking to tie Epic closer to their brand identity and closer to the rest of the resort experience. And of course, I think it's obvious that Universal isn't going to stop pushing the envelope on ride technology. If history has shown us anything, it's that they love raising the bar, and Epic Universe will likely be the same. I mean, we're talking about potential new augmented reality experiences, even more immersive and interactive lands, and ride systems that do things we haven't even thought of yet. Universal knows the industry is watching, and they want to keep Epic on the cutting edge well into the next decade. At the end of the day, Universal is just getting started with Epic Universe. Sure, there will be early bumps, growing pains, operations that need fine-tuning, but the long-term potential is huge. With expansion pads waiting, new worlds ready to be built, and technology that keeps pushing the limits, Epic is set to evolve into not just a park, but a full-on entertainment juggernaut. Whether it is Star Trek, Lord of the Rings, Zelda, or something completely unexpected, Universal clearly has a vision to make Epic the centerpiece of their Orlando empire. And with the inevitable park hopping, resort-wide integration, and groundbreaking tech still to come, the future of Epic Universe isn't just bright. It's game-changing for the entire industry. Hey Society, thanks for watching. This is video 2 of the week of Epic, which means that we are 6 days away from Park Open. Thanks for watching this video to its entirety, and if you made it to this point, I want to ask you to please subscribe to the channel, as it helps out a lot, and we are currently on the road to 100K. I know we only have 70 subscribers, and that sounds crazy, but I don't know. I wanted to invent a challenge around it. Speaking of, here's the road to 100K. Keep pushing, and of course, you get a prize for every single goal that's hit. With all that said, have a great day. God bless you all. Society out.